What up YouTube, Knives and Gear Insights with another short unboxing first impression video. And today we're looking at the third Fintiso that I picked up. Also again, great amazing sale for $36, right around $36 at 50% off on Amazon on their spring sale. And this is the FintisoAtlas. So this is another kind of well, it's a budget knife, but it's a little, in my opinion, it's a little bit more than just a budget knife, because again, aluminum scales, and it's a really nice looking knife. Again, Fintiso does an excellent job on the knives, I think, and on this one they actually went a little bit more than just the basics. I think they started actually doing some milling pattern into the aluminum scales, even though it's just a little bit, but this is a contoured aluminum, and the milling pattern on this, like this little design node here, makes it really stand out, I think. You got again the blue anodized pivot with the Fintiso logo on it, blue anodized screw for the pivot, blue anodized hardware. You got it's not a titanium clip, it's actually a steel clip. I have my magnet on this already, I believe. I think this is a steel clip. Yeah, this is a steel clip, but it's like a, I'm not sure if that's milled or what exactly you would call it, or stamped. It does look like a titanium or like a milled clip, but it is not a, it is still a steel clip. It's a stainless steel clip, I think. You got full aluminum backs, or nice jimping on the aluminum backspacer here. You got nice jimping on the flipper tab here on this one. You got jimping here on the blade. Overall, a really nice looking knife, and this has a really nice blade shape as well. Also, did I say that already? T6 hardware screws, or I think it's T6 on this one. This could actually be T8. Let me check real quick just to make sure that I'm not lying on this one. I know on the last one there was definitely T6s. I just want to make sure that we're seeing this right. Yeah, it's T6s, so T8 is too big. So definitely T6 hardware screws. Alright, so T8 hardware on the body screws, T6 hardware on the body screws, T8 on the pivot, a really nice shaped lanyard hole if you're a lanyard person. And of course, again, reverse flick. And look at this blade shape. This is some really nice pokey blade. Again, 14C28 and blade steel. On this one, they actually put the Fintiso logo on the blade, which I wish they would have just done it like the other Fintiso knives, where the Fintiso logo is more down here or somewhere. But it's okay. It's one little thing that you can see on the blade. And it's not overdone in billboarding, so it's not a bad thing. I think it's still acceptable. This is a little bit heavier. You got on this one, you got actually so the aluminum scales on this one are a little bit thicker, but you got inset steel liners with weight reduction milled in. You got what is it called? A liner lock, which works really good. You got really good reverse flick on this one, and also the flipper tab on this one is really excellent. Like, this snaps the blade out really good overall, and it's really nice to hold. Like, the ergos on this one are great as well. The jimping on here with your thumb ramp is really nice. The finger hole is not too aggressive, so you can catch on with your finger, no problem, but it's not sharp in any way at all. You got this nice little swedge on top of the blade. A really pokey blade. This is one of the pokiest blades I have. It's probably probably comparable a little bit to like the Fenrir from Tenable Knives or from Concept when it comes to pokiness. But in no means weak. This is a really strong blade. So I would definitely not worry about when I poke something like a little bit thicker, harder material or so. Definitely on the nice side. The scale anodization is really nice. It's like a blue with a purple tint a little bit, I'd say, or with a violet tint, something like that. and definitely a really, really nice knife. And it's on the larger side too. This is a larger knife. This is definitely a full-size knife. Right around, I think, 8 inches. But let's do some size comparisons real quick to other knives. So here we got the We Knives Acrylic. You can see they're very similar in length, overall size. This is a little taller, but it's contoured. This is just flat scales. Here we got the, what is it called? Kaiser Hawk DLC. And then here you can see the similarities with the, what is it called? Tenable Fenrir. So you can see the pokiness of the blade. They're very similar. The only difference is you have a forward choil on this one, which you don't have on this one. So that's a little different. I think the only negative about this knife I have is probably the sharp, that there is no choil here at all. Like you might get pretty quick some issues here if you go ahead and like use your Dremel or so and do a little choil area here to clear this up. I think you will be fine. Here in comparison to the CBB Hyperpulse, you can see that they're all three very similar in length. There's literally, in my opinion, no difference in length. And then which one did we have last? Oh, here. And here we got the Micro and Moyal, as you can see that in the size comparison. The Moyal is smaller, and then also here the little Lander, again, also smaller. So yeah, this is definitely a full-size knife, and a really comfortable knife, I must say so. And let's do the measurements here real quick. So you got a overall length, like it's 7, 15, 16, so it's just shy of 8 inches, like literally. Then you got a blade length of 3 and what is that? 3 and 7/16. So just shy of 3.5, and you got a cutting edge of 3 and 9/16. Actually, you got more cutting edge than blade length because of the way this blade is shaped. I mean, yeah, blade length is right around 3.5. So it's kind of, it doesn't make sense to have more cutting edge than blade length. But you know, this is I always measure the blade length at the shortest point, and then the cutting edge of the wherever you can measure it. So definitely a good size knife. Good EDC size knife. It's a little heavier. I'm assuming probably more closer to 4.5 ounces. But let's do the scale here just to make sure. Yeah, right at 4.5 ounces. Wow. Okay. So yeah, it's definitely a little bit on the heavier side, but honestly, with the size, it's not a bad weight. It's a really, really good knife. Really, really ergonomic. Nice to hold. Looks nice too. I mean, even though this is not a mill titanium clip, it does have the look of the mill titanium clip, and it is really, really comfortable. Everything works great on this knife. I don't see any negatives other than the sharpening choil at all. It's a really good, for $36 you can't go wrong. And Fintiso has like literally, so let me just show you guys, since this is the third one out of the bunch. So what I picked up from Fintiso are these three. Just one more time so you guys can see this before we close this video up. So these are the three videos that these are the three knives that I picked up from Fintiso. Every single one, all three of them, aluminum scales with steel liners, 14C 28N blade steel. Super comfortable knives. Easy to manipulate, especially this one. This is when it comes to the fidget factor. This is my favorite because of the fuller. You have the finger hole that you can use. You have the flipper that you can use. I mean, this has just so many different deployment options, and it's a super fidget factor. Like fidget factor, I say I would put this at a fidget factor. Except of missing a front flipper, so I put this at a 9 fidget factor, 9, maybe even 9.5. And then other than that, you can see all three knives are great. $36. So basically, I paid barely over $100 and I have three really, really good knives. that are all nice looking, all aluminum scales, all usually more than or about more than or right around double the price. Um, Definitely punch higher than their price there is. I feel like that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, overall, I think Fintiso has done a great job on all those three knives. I have had another Fintiso before, which was okay, which was right around $50 range budget knife, but these I think are much nicer and much better executed in everything. So, but just focus on this one here because that's what the review is or the unboxing is about. Um, so yeah, this is definitely a knife I would recommend if you wanna get it. You can use my link. You're more than welcome to. If it's not on sale anymore, I will also link the Fintiso direct link to the website. I have an affiliate link with them, so you can use that at 10% off. I will put the code down there in the description. Um, and that's pretty much it for today. And if you guys like my content, I would appreciate if you like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.